Retro, are you here? I am very, very behind. So, first off, hi, hello, greetings. Chat, there's a couple big things happening today. One, in like 4 minutes, apparently SVB is supposed to start his podcast, but there's also a blog post, and it's pretty good. It's pretty juicy. Season 2 retrospective, a look back and in the road forward. The Overwatch team has been preparing to conclude Season 2 as we gear up to Season 3. And we're incredibly thankful for all the player feedback we've seen over the past months. We'd like to take some time to reflect on this past season and give you a sense of where we're going in the future. Here's some more info on what we're doing now and how we're thinking about long-term changes. It's like our third dev blog this week. Rampart stormed the hero lineup. We watched Rampart closely when he first released, including community gameplay and conversations. We started asking ourselves some challenging questions about his kit's performance based on your feedback. What was the community's first impression of his kit? Is it approachable? Which abilities and moments are resonating with the community? What are the sore spots? The next set of questions focused more on his viability, how he's performing as players learn to play him. What compositions is he fitting into? Are there any early dominant strategies? Answers here help us decide if we want to make any changes to the hero within the first 2 weeks before they enter competitive play. Rampart's initial release was met with a lot of positive feedback in terms of fun factor. we saw a lot of great conversations around his kit and his overall design, but it was clear that you felt Rampart wasn't viable in enough situations. At this point, there are many different factors going into making balanced decisions, including player feedback and hero performance, though this is limited to quick play data, which can differ from competitive. I might have. With our learnings, we choose to increase his power while in Nemesis form by upping his armor and speed. Alongside the Nemesis form changes, we also decrease the cooldown on his Void Barrier to create more overall uptime with his abilities. Overall, this set of changes had a large effect on Rampart's effectiveness, and he entered competitive as one of the strongest tank picks. I don't know about that one. Roadhog and Orisa were still absolutely the most dominant. I think you're capping a little. A big shift from his lower performance leading up to the changes. He was definitely better, like way better. But capping, if you think he was one of the strongest when he entered comp. He was number 3 though when it entered comp. Maybe. I mean, I told people that Rampart is actually good and probably being slept on, but when you talk about the best tank picks, like how far and above Hog and Orisa were, like it wasn't even viable. As we wrap Season 2, Rampart remains a strong tank choice, and the previous changes helped achieve some of Rampart's overall design goals. Going to his release though, there was one ability we knew would be a risk, his ultimate ability, Annihilation. While an ultimate lasting as long as the enemies are in it, it sounds very exciting, it can lead to some unhealthy gameplay scenarios. We want Rampart to feel imposing and intimidating, but not feel hopeless to fight against. I've seen a lot of people complaining and talking about this recently, how long it lasts. I think there's both sides to it. I'm okay. It depends on how they change it, but I'm open to it. In Season 3, we'll be changing the timer on Annihilation so that it will tick down slower if enemies are in it. Previous pause the timer entirely, and adding a cap of 20 seconds. That should eliminate many of the extreme uses and enable more counterplay while keeping Annihilation a strong and impactful ability. So the cap is 20 seconds, but only if like people don't leave for the whole 20 seconds. But if you lose contact with someone for like a second and a half, that could drastically cut the time on it. I don't know. I'm willing to see, but that doesn't seem too bad. Battle for Olympus and other Season 2 limited time events. We set a goal in Overwatch 2 of having more frequent in-game events and unique limited time game modes. I personally wasn't a fan of Battle for Olympus. However, though, I want to see them do more like this. It was actually really cool to see. So I'm glad that they're looking to do more of it. As we gather your feedback and we look at whether you enjoyed different events, we expect to improve and bring many of them back in the future. Generally, we want to craft different ways to play the game and give you fun new modes and events to experience, and we want to be more willing to take creative risks for these limited time game modes. That's the key. Being able to take risks, have some fun with it, that is the good stuff. We debuted the Battle for Olympus during Season 2. We're generally happy about this mode and player feedback around it, but we do think there's some room for improvement. Specifically, we did not expect that players would pursue all hero titles during the event. I mean, you know, we think some challenges were too difficult to complete in aggregate. Based on your feedback, we will also plan to make a team deathmatch version and enable the mode in custom games in the future next time it runs. This is good. One of the biggest feedbacks people said was you couldn't stack in it, so you couldn't play with your friends. Granted, I understand it was because like boosting for titles and stuff like that, but come on, it's supposed to be a fun game mode. So I was disappointed I couldn't play with friends in it. And we mistakenly did not include environmental kills in the leaderboard tabulations. Zeus fights dirty at times with giant statue on the line, but this will be corrected for any future battles. Oh, for those who didn't see this is like a big Twitter thing where like Lucio's environmental kills actually didn't count towards the statue, and people were big mad over that. We also brought back the Winter Wonderland and Lunar New Year events. On the last one, Lunar New Year, I don't know if I'd call that an event, but millions of new players have come into Overwatch 2 and been able to experience these events for the first time. However, we've heard and understand the feedback from Overwatch veterans that these events don't feel as exciting when they come back around. Particularly if you already own the event reward, as the case for some players in the Lunar New Year event. Self-aware, this is awesome. I love when they're self-aware. It's so cool. We are working to offer rewards that are new for all players more consistently. In Season 3, one of our new events will offer players a all-new legendary skin, and starting in Season 4, our goal is to offer new items as rewards for most of our big events. Ranked updates and changes. Our team is aware that some community pain points with the competitive mode and matchmaking, specifically matches with wide skill variations, inconsistent games, and too few and infrequent competitive updates. We will have a set of improvements coming to matchmaking, and we'll be also working on updates to the competitive system. I actually reacted to this yesterday, so there should be already a video up on YouTube on the ranked competitive changes. Reintroducing credits and hero gallery update. In Season 3, we're bringing back Overwatch credits, which had been previously shown as legacy credits and had been unearnable in Overwatch 2. Now, all players can earn up to 1,500 credits as free rewards and another 500 credits as premium rewards throughout the Season 3 Battle Pass. We are also adding more uses for your credits so you can choose from many potential rewards. Specifically, we are making 2 related updates to our hero gallery. First, nearly all the epic and legendary skins prior to Overwatch 2's launch will be available in the hero gallery for purchase with either Overwatch coins or credits. I wonder if there's actually something I missed from like those like very like weekly events and stuff like that. I'm curious. This includes skin from seasonal event modes, so you'll be able to pick up Witch Mercy, Surf and Splash Torbjorn, and Snowball Wrecking Ball at any time of year without waiting for the event to roll around. I see what they did there. To roll around. Second, we're lowering the standard price of these legendary skins to 1,500 coins or credits. So basically, if you're a free-to-play player, you will be able to get Overwatch 1 skins, like legendary skins, like whatever one you choose, not handed to you, which is a big problem. Overwatch has currently been doing it, so like they handed you a skin, and if it was a character you didn't play, tough luck. But now you'll get credits to choose whatever skin you want. So that's actually a massively good change, especially for free-to-play players. Taken together, these changes mean all players can earn a legendary skin of their choice each season from the hero gallery. Skins just for playing normally and without needing to make any purchases. That's massive. We understand that some players already have very large balances of credits. To ensure that all players feel rewarded for the time they spend playing, We're looking into additional ways for players to use credits in the future. Oh, this is for like Emong, who has 400,000 credits. These changes aren't the end of our journey to make Overwatch 2 a more rewarding game to play. They're just the beginning. We have more updates coming in future seasons, and we will be reading your feedback to understand what's working and what isn't for all of you. Massive, really good changes. As we continue to move forward and grow, we think it's important to share long-term plans about game features and updates, but it's possible that some of these things may change as we continue to develop and test these plans while listening to player feedback. Generally, we want to add or improve systems that better celebrate players match to match as well as across seasons. One angle that we've been exploring is revamping our On Fire system. Oh my god, people are going to be going crazy. The talk is going to go bananas for the On Fire system. To highlight when you're having a particularly impressive performance within a match. And while still in the early stages, we have begun design work on a hero-based progression system that would showcase the energy players put into mastering each hero and mastering their different capabilities. Yo, do you watch my stream? Like, I swear to God, I've been talking about that for a long time. I mean, that is actually, to be fair, probably pretty true. I do know that a lot of people over there do watch my stream, but this is literally something specifically I've actually talked about. That's awesome. We know this is an area that you all care deeply, and we will look forward to providing more updates as we continue our work here. Thank you for sharing your support and feedback. It's what enables us to make positive changes in the game, and we can't wait to hear from you in Season 3. Wow, this is actually probably one of the better updates we've seen in a while. Even though things like buying Overwatch 1 skins isn't going to apply to me because I already have them all, I'm really excited for all the players that don't have it, and maybe people that didn't really hardcore grind the game have a chance to get them for free, which is actually bananas. That's awesome. So